Hi guys, this is my reading log number 1 for children's literature, and the reading log for this week was the Wilder Award winner. The person I chose as mine was Maurice Sendak, and they won the Wilder Award in 1983. The book I chose was Bumble Artie. It's by Maurice Sendak and illustrated by them also. The publisher is HarperCollins Publishers. It was copyrighted in 2011. The genre of it's fiction, obviously, and it's a picture book and a children's book. It has about 28 pages, and my appropriate age was 4 to 9. Bumble Artie is a pig, and it starts off the story that Bumble Artie has never had a birthday party, and he's 8 years old. The reason he never had a party was his immediate family did not approve of fun. They finally, when he was 8, they got 8 basically, so they went to the slaughter. And so Bumble Artie went to go live with his Aunt Adeline. So it goes on, and when he turns 9, Aunt Adeline decides he can have a party. But what Bumble Artie does is he invites people over for cake and brine, and his aunt doesn't like sharing her brine, so he didn't tell her and invited them over while she was at work. And it goes on, and it shows that all these people come to his party in costumes. They eat cake with him and drink his aunt's brine. Well, it goes on, and the 9 pigs who came to the party, there were 9 who came. They're having fun. Here's some of the pictures just so you guys can see. And it goes on, and then Aunt Adeline got off work and hurried home because she wanted to eat with Bumble. Well, when she got there, she found her house full of swine. So she tells them that she'll count to number 9 or she'll slice them into ham if they don't leave. So they leave, and she tells Bumble he can never have a party again. But then she kisses him and tells Bumble she loves him. And that's the end of the story. Bumble Artie is a rhyming book that is in kind of a sing-song form. It kind of reminded me of Dr. Seuss. As you're reading it, you get tongue-tied, so I will read you the first page, which says prologue. Bumble Artie had no party when he turned 1. His immediate family frowned on fun. So 2, 3, and 4 were simply purpose forgot, and 5, 6, 7 just simply were not. But when Bumble was 8, oh pig-knuckled fate, his immediate family gorged and gained weight and got 8. So Adeline, that Aunt Divine, adopted Bumble when he was 9. Now ain't that fine? So I'll read that page just so you see what I'm talking about. The illustrations in this story are a little darker and more serious than a lot of picture books, and I think that's just because it's kind of a darker story than a lot of picture books, with the fact that it talks about his family getting 8 and the swine drinking brine, which I can only assume that's kind of like wine or beer. Of course, kids won't know that, and it just kind of goes on. Or like when his aunt threatens to slice them in ham, it just is I feel like a little darker than a lot. I think this book is good for children to work on rhyming, just because it rhymes a lot, and that's something a lot of kids have to work on. I think one life skill that children could take away from this story is that they should never do anything behind their parents' back and expect their parents not to find out, because they will. Because Bumble thought if he did not tell his aunt, she would not find out. However, she came home earlier than normal and caught him doing what he was not supposed to. And my personal experience that relates to this book is I invited some friends over one time when my mom was at work when I shouldn't have. She came home early, like Bumble's aunt did, and I got grounded for a month from everything. So I kind of learned not to hide anything from my mom again. The strategy I thought would go great with this book goes along with the rhyming words. I think it's good to read during a unit on rhyming, so I think I would print out copies of the pages and have my students highlight each pair of rhyming words in like a different color. So like fine and divine, they would highlight as red, and want and fun maybe as blue. And then after we finished reading the story out loud, we would go over class why they highlighted the words they did, how they knew they rhymed. And I think it would just be a fun activity with a fun story, but it would also go along with the rhyming unit. So that's Bumble Artie by Marie Sendak. I got this book at the library just because I thought it sounded cool, and I'm really glad I read it because I'd never read it before. Anyway, so I think you guys should take a chance and read it. It's pretty interesting and kind of cool. Anyways, this is my reading log number 1, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.